How would you like to be able to create engaging and visually stunning videos for your e-commerce brand that are perfect for your ideal customer? And what if I told you they're both quick and easy to make and look just like this?
Throughout history, humans have been captivated and often terrified by the celestial spectacle of eclipses. Feel free to share these fascinating myths with your friends.
Make your family camping trip unforgettable with these 5 must-have items. Start with a spacious and comfortable tent. It's your home away from home. Here's to great times in the great outdoors. Happy camping.
I'm Mike McClary with Amazing.com, and in this episode of Amazing AI, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to create those same types of videos for your e-commerce brand. And I'll show you how to do it using just 3 simple AI tools. Now, if you've created videos or tried creating videos for your own e-commerce brand, they probably didn't look like that. Most likely, they look more like an advertisement trying to sell your product. You see, these videos aren't designed to sell anything. They're designed to do something completely different. And before you skip the rest of this video and move on to the next one, let me tell you why. To do this, I want you to think back to the last time that you were on your phone just scrolling through some videos. Could be TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, wherever it is you go when you're just passing the time. Also think back to what type of videos actually got your attention and made you stay all the way to the end. Was it an advertisement for a product that you probably don't even need? Or was it something a bit more intriguing? Maybe a reaction video from someone you follow? Another dog video singing along to a song? Or maybe something even a bit more entertaining that was also relevant to you and your lifestyle. Although I'm not sure what could be more entertaining than that dog singing. Now, unless you're one of the few people that enjoys watching ads, chances are it was one of the latter, and there's actual science to back this up. Studies show that when you have videos that hit multiple senses, they have captivating visuals, sound effects, and music, it's much more likely to get their attention. Then videos with storytelling aspects in them are much more likely to keep their attention to the end. And finally, videos that have personal relevance to the viewer are much more likely to be remembered. And the videos I'm going to show you how to create check all 3 of those boxes. No selling required. Now, if you're wondering why that's still valuable to you, let me share the science behind this. Recent studies show that repeated exposure to a person or brand can dramatically increase both the opinion and trust in that brand, sometimes by as much as 40 to 50%. Now, the reason for this is something called the mere exposure effect. This phenomenon was identified by psychologist Robert Zionk back in the 1960s, who discovered that people had a preference for stimuli, words, images, sounds, people that they've been previously exposed to, even if that exposure was subliminal. And the more exposure they had, especially if it was a positive one, well, the more preference and trust was built. That's why these videos that you're about to learn how to create can have such a dramatic impact on your business and on your audience. An audience that I like to call your next set of customers. Now, let me show you how. Now, if you're wondering what these types of videos are called, well, they're called listicles. Now, listicles have been around for decades and do exceptionally well all over the internet in printed form, but we're going to be turning them into an engaging short form video. And as far as I know, this is the first I've seen anyone show other people how to do this. And so I'm super excited for you to learn how to do this for your brand as well. Now, if you don't know what they are, they're simply lists of relevant topics. So think of 5 must-have items for your next family camping trip, 7 cultural myths about solar eclipses, the top 3 hiking trails in the Midwest, or 4 essential snacks for diabetic athletes. These are just a few examples of the limitless possibilities of the types of listicles that you could come up with for your niche or category. And if you're worried about you having to come up with what these listicles are, don't be. I'm going to be showing you how to have ChatGPT do all of that for you, so everything is pretty much cut and paste. Now, I mentioned before, there's only 3 tools that you need, and those 3 tools are ChatGPT, but you can actually use any different type of AI tool if you wanted to. Claude, maybe Gemini from Google, or whatever one you like to use. I personally like ChatGPT, especially the latest release. That's why I use it, but you can use whichever one you want. We're also going to need an image generation tool, a text image tool. I love Midjourney. Now, there are lots of other tools out there as well. There's DALL-E, which is a part of ChatGPT. There's Leonardo and several others out there. But I just find that Midjourney is still the cream of the crop and really creates stunning images. And I want our images to be as engaging as possible, which is why I like to use them. But if you want to use something else, go right ahead. And then finally, we will need some type of editing tool to put this all together and turn it into a short video. And I like CapCut because it's free. It has tons of features and a few very special features that I'm going to show you how to leverage that really are going to make your video stand out. Now, for each of the videos, we'll need two things. We're going to need a script, which should cover about 45 to 60 seconds of video, and 12 to 15 images to put into that video. Now, if you're worried about having to write the script, don't be. I'm going to be showing you how to leverage ChatGPT to write the entire script for you. If you're worried about having to voice the script, don't be. We're going to show you how to use AI to do that for you as well. And if you're worried about having to create the images or even create the prompts to make the images, don't be. I'm going to give you exactly how to have those all created for you. So this is pretty much a copy and paste process that you're learning right here. Now, there's three parts to this, and here's the first part, and it's going to be creating the script. We're going to use ChatGPT to create a list of video topics for you. Then for each one of those video topics, it's going to give you the list of items to include in each one of those videos. Then it's going to write out the entire script for each one of those videos, and it's even going to give you the image prompt you'll need to put into Midjourney, including the right aspect ratio, so you can just put it right into your short form video here. Now, in order to have ChatGPT do all this for you, you're going to need a pretty detailed prompt. And fortunately for you, I spent the past couple months perfecting it and have come up with this prompt right here that you can just have. You don't have to take a screenshot. I put a link below this video that if you click on that, it'll give you this exact prompt. All you need to do is replace my product, a camping lantern, with your product, whatever it is you sell. It's only two places in this entire prompt right here. Just replace that, put it into ChatGPT, and it's going to do everything that you need. I also put together a custom GPT just for the heck of it. Why not? ChatGPT gives you the ability to do this. So I'll give you a link to that below as well. That way you can just click a button and it'll give you the prompt I just showed you. Or it'll even give you a PDF version of the SOP for how to do everything I'm walking through right now. What the heck? Why not? Check it out if you want to. Again, it's free. It's kind of fun for me to create these things here that help make things faster and easier for you. Now, when you put this prompt into ChatGPT, this is what it's going to give you. And this is just the output for one of the videos that it's going to be writing for you. It's going to give you the title of it. It's going to give you the exact script for the narrator to speak. And it won't be you. It'll be AI. Unless you want to do it, you can. But it's going to give you everything that they need to speak. It's going to give you the prompts you'll need to copy and paste over into Midjourney. It's going to give you the first, second, third, all the different items that you'll be putting into these lists, the visuals you'll need for those items. It gives you every single thing that you need. So it really is a copy and paste process when you're creating these videos. Now, once you have your script ready that we spit out of ChatGPT, you will need to create the images as well. And we're going to use those prompts that we just got inside from ChatGPT, and you simply copy and paste them over into Midjourney, and it's going to give you 4 different images to choose from. You just pick the one you like the most, you upscale it, means you enlarge it, and then you save it and move on to the next one. And you just do that for each of the images you'll be putting into your video. Now, if you've never used Midjourney, here's what a prompt looks like. Again, you don't have to even know this because you just copy and paste over into it, but it's going to look just like this. It's going to give you these 4 images right here or something similar. You choose the one you like, you increase the size of it, and then save it to your computer. And again, you repeat that for all 12 to 15 images, and then you'll be ready to actually make the movie using CapCut. Now, instead of me telling you what we'll be doing, let's hop into ChatGPT and Midjourney and CapCut, and let's make a video together. All right, so here I am inside of ChatGPT. I'm using the latest model they have, 4.0, which is just awesome. I'm going to go in and I'm going to paste in the prompt that I just showed you. And as you can see here, if I wanted to change the product to a different product, maybe a flashlight, actually I'll do that here to kind of show you how it works differently. I'm gonna say for my flashlight brand, because I do sell those as well, you just change it in the very top and then also in the very bottom. I repeat it one more time. So I'm gonna put in a flashlight. And what it's talking about down there is it's telling ChatGPT to include your type of product in the videos, but don't make it so promotional. Again, we just want whatever your product is to be in this top 5 list so that people get used to seeing it and know that it's a really valuable type of product to have for whatever it is they're interested in doing. But once you make whatever that change is to your product in the prompt, simply click on the arrow button to submit and let ChatGPT do its thing. Now, I'm asking ChatGPT to do a lot. It's creating 6 full scripts with image prompts and narration for 6 different videos. As I can see here, it made it through number 4, and then it kind of paused here. And this happens a lot of times when you're doing very, very long prompts in ChatGPT, you simply need to click on continue generating and then it'll finish up. And then it finished up. If I scroll up, you can see that it created 6 different video scripts for me with every single thing that I need. So all I need to do is go through them and find the first one that I want to create a video for. So let's kind of look at these topics. First one, 5 essential items for a night hike. Then it came up with 5 tips for camping with kids. It could be interesting there. 5 hacks to make your beach day perfect. 5 must-haves for a picnic in the park. 5 items for a perfect fishing trip, and 5 tips for a safe and fun hiking trip. You know what? I haven't created anything with any kind of beach scenery in it, so let's go and do that one right there. So 5 hacks to make your beach day perfect. So our first step here is going to be creating the images over in Midjourney. And so all I need to do is copy this first visual, copy everything from a cinematic photo over to this AR 916, which is going to tell you how to get it into the right aspect ratio. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go over into Midjourney. I'm going to type in the Imagine prompt and hit enter, because that's what kind of gets it ready to accept whatever you're going to tell it to do. I'm going to paste in the first image prompt and then hit enter. And from here, Midjourney is going to go to work and start creating me 4 images for this prompt that I can then choose from. Let's see what it comes up with. All right, so it only took about 15 seconds or so, and Midjourney created these 4 images for me. I'm going to click on them so I can see them a little bigger, and all I need to do is pick which one of the 4 that I like the best. And they all look great, but I kind of like the ones with the palm trees in it, so I think I'm going to use this one down here. And the way that Midjourney works, you number these by 1 is the upper left-hand corner, 2 is upper right, and then 3 is the lower left, and 4 is the lower right. So I like number 3 the best. So all we do is click on U3, and that tells it to upscale image number 3 to make it bigger. I'm going to click on that. And there it goes. It has made the picture bigger for me. So I'm going to click on it again, and then I'm going to right mouse click and simply save this to my computer, and then move on and create the next image as well. Now, after I save that, I go back to my ChatGPT screen. I move on to the next visual. I copy that. Go back over into Midjourney, type in the Imagine prompt to get it going, paste it in, and then hit enter and let it create 4 images for me to choose from again. Now, instead of you sitting here with me and watching me go through all 14 images that I'll be creating, I do want you to see exactly what it takes to create this video. So I'm going to create all of these right now in real time, but I'll speed it up so you can get through this in a little bit faster time than what you'll be seeing. All right, so now we're done, and I created all 14 images in a matter of 8 minutes. And they look great, and I can't wait for you to see them, which we're gonna do in just a second here. Because now that we have a script, which was written by ChatGPT, and now that we have 14 high-quality images, all in the right format, that means there's only one thing left for us to do, and that's to create a movie. So let's hop into CapCut, and you can see exactly how it's done. All right, so here I am in CapCut, and I use the desktop version. It just works best for me, and plus has everything that I need it to do. And from your CapCut home screen, what you want to do is click on Script to Video. Now from here, if you wanted to, you could come up with a title and the highlights that you want CapCut to put into a video for you, and it'll try to create everything, images, script, video as well, but it really doesn't do that good of a job. And plus we have all those already. We have our script, we have our images, so we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to choose write your own script. And then from here, we're simply going to paste in the script that ChatGPT created for us. So let me switch my screen over to ChatGPT. All right, so here I am in ChatGPT. Here's video 3, the one we're making. Now I could simply highlight what the narrator says in each line here and copy it over into the script one by one, but heck, we're using AI, so let's have AI just put everything into a really easy format for us. So I'm gonna tell it to take all the narration lines and put them together. So I asked it to give me just the lines that the narrator would say and nothing more through the entire video. And now I can just copy this and then go paste it into CapCut. All right, now the next thing is to choose your voice, and there's lots of different ones. They're all very different. I recommend you check them all out. The one that I kind of like is British male, so I'm going to use that. Then I'm going to click on generate video, and you don't want to choose the smart generation option. Again, that's going to let CapCut try to come up with all the images and videos for you, but we don't need those. We don't want those. We already have our own images. So instead, click local media. And then in about 10 or 15 seconds, it was done. This top line has all the captions. The next line here has the voice of the narrator. And then the last line is some music that it added in. We don't want this. I don't really like their music that much. And plus, I prefer using the music from either TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Facebook. It'll get you better results using there. So I'm going to delete this music here. Now, the next step is to make sure that we have the right aspect ratio, because by default, it's usually in the widescreen format, which is great for long YouTube videos, but we want these to be short form videos. So I'm going to change that to 9:16. And then before we import the 14 images that we have, I like doing a little trick here to make sure that the images we have are going to take up exactly the right amount of space all the way to the end of the video. So let me explain. So we have 14 images, 2 for the intro, 2 for the outro, and then 2 for each of the 5 items, which is 14. Now that CapCut has created this video for us, we can see the length of it is 41 seconds, just a tad bit over that. So what I want to do is make sure that all 14 of my images are exactly the same length, and added together, it's as close to 41 seconds as possible. Because by default, CapCut usually makes each image, when we drag it down here, be 3 seconds. But that might be a little too short or a little too long. So let me pull over my handy dandy calculator here. And we're going to enter in the total number of seconds, which is 41 seconds, divided by the total number of images, which is 14. And that tells me that, well, pretty close to 3 seconds. We want our images to be 2.9 seconds long. And you can just kind of forget about the end, just kind of round up to the nearest tenth. So what we're going to do the next then is go to Menu, then Settings, then click on the Edit option. And then here under Image Duration, we want to make this 2.9. So simply type in 2.9 and hit Save. And that little thing that I did is going to save us about 5 minutes of editing, and you'll see exactly why once we drag in all of the images. So next up is to import the 14 images that we created. You could click the import button or just drag them over from your desktop. So let me go do that right now. Here's all my images. I'm going to drag them up to here. And you can see all 14 have now been imported. Now the next step is to drag them down to the timeline, but we need to make sure we do this in the right order, because order you save them to on your computer and then copy them into CapCut might not be the exact order that you wanted them in the script. So you may need to go back to your script and just make sure that you're copying down the images in the right order. So I'm going to do that quickly right now. All right, and then we are done. And as you can see here, we have the images, the end of the images, pretty closely lined up to the end of the narration, which isn't always the case, but our little trick of making sure that these were the right length, make sure we didn't go over by a few seconds there. So I'm still gonna take that last one and just drag it to the end, and then we are done. Now, the next step is where the magic really happens, where CapCut shines. So here's what we wanna do. We want to click on the first image, and then you want to go in the upper right hand corner and click on AI Stylize, and then click on Style, and then we're going to select the 3D Zoom option. And when we do this, CapCut is going to take that first image and turn it into a 3D short video. All right, so now it's done there, and this is what that still image is now going to look like.
Planning a beach day. Here are 5 hacks to make it perfect.
Now, that may not seem too much in itself, but when you take all 14 of these images and you add that 3D zoom effect to all 14 of them, it's going to make this 41-second video look incredibly stunning and engaging. So I'm going to go ahead and do it to the next 13 of these, and then our video is almost done. All right, so now we're done. That took just a few minutes because you have to do it one by one, but we could pretty much be done right now with this video if we wanted to. Because look at already how well this looks and sounds.
Planning a beach day. Here are 5 hacks to make it perfect. Bring a portable shade like an umbrella or a pop-up tent to stay cool and protected from the sun. Don't forget a flashlight. It comes in handy for beach walks after sunset or finding items in your bag.
Now, as you can see here, I won't play the entire thing yet. You can check that out from the link below this video, but we've already been able to take these 14 images and using just a few simple tools instead of CapCut and ChatGPT, turn it into a stunning 41-second video. But there's a couple of things we can do here to make it even better. One, if you wanted to go through the images and make sure that they line up with the voice, you can do that. But the way that we do this, they almost always line up pretty well anyway. If anything, they're just maybe half a second or so off, but that really wouldn't even matter. But if you wanted to, you could do that. But one thing I do like to do is add in some transitions between each of the images because they already look great with the 3D zoom video aspect. But let's go ahead and just make them kind of transition to each other even more. So I'm going to click on transitions at the top. And you can check out all the different transitions they have. They have a ton of them, but one nice simple one is simply called Mix. I'm going to choose that. And there's a couple different ones here, but either one looks good. I'm going to drag that down between the very first two images. And if a little message pops up, you can just hit OK. Don't worry about that. Then I want to click the Apply to All. And what it's now done is apply these really nice little transitions between the images that allow it kind of to blur seamlessly into the next image, really making this look professional. Now, the next step is very simple and subtle, but probably one of the most important things. Now, remember the mere exposure effect, where when people simply are exposed to something over time, especially something that kind of makes them feel positive, even if it's subliminal, they tend to have positive feelings toward that person, image, or brand. Well, we're going to subtly put your brand logo somewhere on this video out of the way where it's not in their face, but where they will see it. So you'll see over here in my media, I've uploaded one of our logos here. I'm going to drag that down to the very top layer because I want this to be on top of everything else. I'm going to drag it so it's on the entire video. And then I don't really want it to be this big and right in the center. I'm going to make it smaller, just a little small logo, and then put it on the upper left-hand corner. I don't want it to be right in their face. I just want it to be there so they will notice it, but it's not going to be too overpowering. And then when you do that, your logo will subtly be there the entire time they watch this video and hopefully the other videos you'll be creating just like this one. Now the next two things are completely optional, but one would be to use CapCut's built-in cover generator to create kind of a title cover for your short form video. So I'll create one right here. So I just took one of the images from Midjourney that we had and put some text on here for 5 perfect beach day hacks. We'll use that as our cover. And then finally, the last thing you could do if you wanted to is you could add some stylizing to the captions. They still look totally fine when they're just the white text here. But if you wanted to, you can go into any of these preset styles, make them pop a little bit more. Let's choose something like maybe that yellow and then make it a little bigger. There we go. And then that's just going to make the images and the text stand out even more there. But pretty much we are now completely done. And all we need to do is export our video. And check out the final result here.
Planning a beach day. Here are 5 hacks to make it perfect. Bring a portable shade like an umbrella or a pop-up tent to stay cool and protected from the sun. Don't forget a flashlight. It comes in handy for beach walks after sunset or finding items in your bag. Waterproof bags are essential to keep your belongings dry and sand-free. Pack beach-friendly snacks like fruit, nuts, and pre-made sandwiches to keep everyone satisfied. Bring along fun water toys like boogie boards, inflatable floats, or a beach ball to make the day extra fun. Enjoy your perfect beach day with these simple hacks.
So there you have it. You now know the exact steps that we use to create these short, captivating videos that are perfect for your ideal customer. And you can do this all in a matter of minutes. You can even teach someone on your team to do this or outsource it completely to someone else and have them create these videos for you. Feel free to just give them this video, let them see exactly how we do it so they can do it for your brand. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more just like it, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a share, and maybe even a subscribe. Those little things really do help channels like ours, and I would truly appreciate that. So I'm Mike McClary, and from all of us here at Amazing, Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode of Amazing AI.